Okay, we're going to do a little bit of long division. So we're just going to give some examples and we'll work through them. Slow down and pause the presentation however you want to. So this is like a simple case where the divisor is 3 and the dividend is 6. Okay, so what we're saying is we're dividing 6 by 3, which is an expression of the same fraction, 6 over 3, where the denominator is the divisor and the numerator is the dividend. We're dividing 6 by 3, or otherwise 3 into 6. So what we need is a number that when you multiply times 3 gives you 6, and that number is 2. So 2 times 3 gives you 6, and we write that product underneath the dividend, and then we perform a subtraction, and if the answer is 0, and there are no other numbers in the dividend, then that's our answer. The answer is 2, remainder 0, or simply 2. Okay? If we have a slightly larger number, so let's say we have a different fraction. Let's say we have 22 over 3. Okay? So again, 3 is the divisor, and 22 is our dividend. So what do we do then? Okay, we're looking for a number. Okay, one digit of the dividend at a time. We're looking for a number that multiplied times 3 gives us 2. And there is no number that we can multiply 3 to give us 2. The number 1 is going to go over, and we cannot have a larger number, a number larger than the dividend. The largest number is the dividend. That's what we're dividing. So we can multiply times 0, perform the multiplication. 0 times 3 gives us 0. And then we have the subtraction here, and that's what's the remainder so far. We have another number next to the remainder, so we're going to bring that down. And now we need a number that multiplies times 3 gives us close to 22 without going over 22, and that number is 7. 7 times 3 gives us 21. We'll perform the subtraction, and that gives us a 1, and that's our remainder. There's no other number in the dividend to bring down. Okay, so the answer here would be not 0, 7. We don't write the 0 because 0 in front of the 7 is meaningless, so we just write 7, remainder 1. And you could always verify this because 7 times 3 gives you 21, plus your remainder will give you 22, which is your dividend. Okay, that's what you were dividing originally. Okay. Now let's think of a longer case, a larger number. Okay, we're going to keep on doing this. So let's erase everything here, and let's try another number, so something a little bit longer. I like 3 as a divisor, I don't know why right now. So let's write down 241, okay? So again, we're trying to divide each digit of the dividend by 3, okay? And the first one, obviously, we can't do it. So I can write the 0, okay? 0 times 3, that's 0. 0 times 3 is 0. And so we perform the subtraction, that gives us 2. We can bring down the next number, and the next number is actually divisible by 3. 8 times 3 is 24. The remainder is 0. Now we can bring down the next number. That's 1. Okay? And so we have to perform, this is not yet the remainder. Okay? The remainder was a 0. We had another number in the dividend. So we have to do this one more time. And we have to use a 0 now. 0 times 3 is 0. And now we've got the remainder. So the remainder is always a subtraction. That's what we get when you subtract the new remainder from the new product that you're building. Okay, so now you can verify this because you can multiply 3 times 80. Okay, so 3 times 0 is 0. 8 times 3 is 24. But we do have a remainder of 1, and that's our answer, 241. Okay, so 0 starts to make its appearance here for a couple of reasons. Number one, we've used a 0 when the remainder, okay, is not the last digit in the dividend, okay, so, and we can't multiply the divisor any further to give us that number close to that remainder, okay, and so we need to move to the next position over, but we can't just do that, so we need to use a 0 for that. So I'm going to give you another example where we might need to do that. So let's clear the page again. Okay, and this one right here. Okay, 3 divided into 5,422. So look at this example. Okay, so again, the first digit can be divided by 3, so that's just 1 times 3 gives us 3. Okay, remainder 2. We bring down the next number. Okay, we can bring down the next number when we have a remainder. 8 times 3 is 24. Remainder 0. We bring down the next number. Okay, we can't divide the number by 3, so we have to multiply times 0. That gives us 0. There's a remainder of 2, and we bring down the next number in the dividend, and that would be the number 7. Okay, that's going to give us 21, and there will be a remainder of 1. Okay, we can verify this by multiplying 3 times 1,107. So 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. Okay, 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. We have a remainder of 1. So that gives us 5,422. Okay, so the purpose of that 0 here, okay, when you multiply times 0, is so that we can have the operation, okay, 3 times 0 is 0, okay, we can put the 0 there, so that we can have a new remainder and then bring the next number in the dividend. Okay, we need to get to that next number in the next digit, which can then be divided by 3. Okay, so until you get there, we use a 0. Okay, now I know this is a lot, so go over it a couple of times, and just the more examples we do, the easier it'll get.